So that's it. That's all the English language comics associated with the Alone in the Dark franchise. Yes, that's right. I said English language. There are 2 comics total associated with the Alone in the Dark franchise, but one was a French graphic novel that was released that is only in the French language. There is not an English translation for it. So I'm going to be talking about the comic I was able to read, and I will let you know a brief overview about the other one. Let's get into it. The first comic book associated with the Alone in the Dark franchise is that French graphic novel that I mentioned from 1994. This book was based on the Alone in the Dark 3 video game. The story it tells takes place in 1925 when a man named Edward Carnby, the protagonist from the first 2 games, is once again called to action as the supernatural private eye to investigate the disappearance of a film crew at a small ghost town known as Slaughter Gulch in the Mojave Desert. Edward soon discovers that a curse has gripped the town, and an evil cowboy named Jed Stone is the baddie responsible for all the crew disappearances. Edward must ward off deranged sharpshooters, prospectors, and bloodthirsty lost souls with both his strength and his wit in order to survive the curse himself. The second title associated with the Alone in the Dark franchise is titled Alone in the Dark: Life is a Hideous Thing, coming out of Image Comics in February of 2003. This book was intended as a prequel to Alone in the Dark: The New Nightmare, which was the 4th video game in the series and was also originally intended to reboot the video games, but was actually phased out when the 5th game sequelized the original trilogy instead. In the comic, anthropology professor Aline Sidrak travels to India with her colleague Frank Stone to follow some documents and a map her father had stowed away. After attracting too much attention and being chased by those intending them harm, they meet Ganesha, their intended contact, who agrees to guide the pair to the would-be lost kingdom, if it actually exists. Elsewhere, private investigator Edward Carnby is seeking information regarding a powerful artifact called the Crown of Genghis, which he intends to destroy if he finds it. Back with Aline, Stone, and Ganesha, they cross the Nepalese mountains and manage to find the entrance to Agartha, where they're all attacked by Yetis. Carnby uses an invention to make the Yetis flee due to signal flares, but they soon learn the Yetis are a long-term genetic update from the original people of Agartha. The next day, the group enter a temple and find the crown. Frank puts it on and reveals he's actually a bad guy, and he unleashes demonic forces. Aline distracts the creatures, and after some further craziness, she kills Frank using a spell, and with the help of Ganesha and Carnby, they close the demonic portal and go back to Dr. Lang's airship safe and sound. So that's it. That is both the comics associated with the Alone in the Dark franchise. I know it's mostly known for its gaming, but there was an Alone in the Dark movie made, so hey, there you go. Covered it. So I hope you guys enjoyed it, and stay tuned for more horror movies in comics form coming soon.